Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Garrett Cush, and this is going to be the first day of my morning reading from a book called The Essence of Success by the famous Earl Nightingale. And I wanted to do this to share with you guys some of the pearls of Earl Nightingale's wisdom. It's a very profound book. Constantly gives us, deeper contemplation and discussion. Tara and I spend many hours discussing things in here, and we've learned a lot and applied a lot of what he said straight from this book. So it's beautifully organized into different chapters, but within those chapters, there's small little sections. And each of them having an amazing pearl. So we'll start today, and we'll come early in the morning. That's why you have me in my morning uniform, the hoodie. So it's probably the way you'll see me most, and my glasses. So come comfortable. Come with a cup of coffee. Say hi. And we'll just keep sharing these, okay? So we'll start today with the first chapter called Succeeding in Life with Goal Setting, and this first section is called The Strangest Secret. Why do men with goals succeed in life, and men without them fail? Well, let me tell you something which, if you really understand it, will alter your life immediately. You'll suddenly find that good luck just seems to be attracted to you. The things you want just seem to fall in line. And from now on, you won't have the problems, the worries, the gnawing lump of anxiety that perhaps you've experienced before. Doubt, fear, well, they'll be things of the past. Here's the key to success and the key to failure. We become what we think about. Now read that again. We become what we think about. Throughout all history, the great wise men and teachers, philosophers and prophets have disagreed with one another on many different things. It is only on this one point that they are in complete and unanimous agreement. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, said, "A man's life is what his thoughts make of it." Benjamin Disraeli said, "Everything comes if a man will only wait." I have brought myself, by long meditation, to the conviction that a human being with a settled purpose must accomplish it, and that nothing can resist a will that will stake even existence for its fulfillment. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "A man is what he thinks about all day long." My old friend Dr. Norman Vincent Peale put it this way: "This is one of the greatest laws in the universe. Fervently do I wish I had discovered it as a very young man. The great law, briefly and simply stated, is that if you think in negative terms, you will get negative results. If you think in positive terms, you will achieve positive results. That is the simple fact." He went on to say, which is the basis of an astonishing law of prosperity and success. In 3 words, believe and succeed. Well, it's pretty apparent, isn't it? And every person who discovered this, for a while, believed that he was the first one to work it out. We become what we think about. Now, how does it work? Why do we become what we think about? Well, I'll tell you how it works, as far as we know. Now, to do this, I want to tell you about a situation that parallels the human mind. Suppose a farmer had some land, and it's good, fertile land. Now, the land gives the farmer a choice. He may plant in that land whatever he chooses. The land doesn't care. It's up to the farmer to make the decision. Now, remember, we're comparing the human mind with the land because the mind, like the land, doesn't care what you plant in it. It will return what you plant, but it doesn't care what you plant. Now, let's say that the farmer has 2 seeds in his hand. One is a seed of corn, the other is nightshade, a deadly poison. He digs 2 little holes in the earth and he plants both seeds. One corn the other nightshade. He covers up the holes, waters and takes care of the land. And what will happen? Invariably, the land will return what is planted. As it's written in the Bible, as ye sow, so shall ye reap. Remember, the land doesn't care. It will return poison in just as wonderful abundance as it will corn. So up come the two plants, one corn, one poison. The human mind is far more fertile, far more incredible and mysterious than the land, but it works the same way. It doesn't care what we plant. Success, failure, a concrete, worthwhile goal, or confusion, misunderstanding, fear, anxiety, and so on. But what we plant, it must return to us. You see, the human mind is the last great unexplored continent on earth. It contains riches beyond our wildest dreams. It will return anything we want to plant. Now you might say, well, if that's true, why don't people use their minds more? Well, I think they've figured out an answer to that one too. Our mind comes as standard equipment at birth. It's free. And things that are given to us for nothing, we place little value on. Things that we pay money for, we value. The paradox is that exactly the reverse is true. Everything that's really worthwhile in life came to us free. Our minds, our souls, our bodies, our hopes, our dreams, our ambitions, our intelligence, our love of family and children and friends and country. All these priceless possessions are free, but the things that cost us money are actually very cheap and can be replaced at any time. A good man can be completely wiped out and make another fortune. He can do that several times. Even if our home burns down, he can rebuild it. But the things we got for nothing, we can never replace. The human mind isn't used because we take it for granted. Familiarity breeds contempt. It can do any kind of job we assign to it, but generally speaking, we use it for little jobs instead of big, important ones. Universities have proven that most of us are operating on about 10% or less of our abilities. So decide now, what is it you want? Plant your goal in your mind. It's the most important decision you'll ever make in your entire life. You see, the very law that gives us success is a two-edged sword. We must control our thinking. The same rule that can lead a man to a life of success, wealth, happiness, and all the things he ever dreamed of for himself and his family. That very same law can lead him into the gutter. It's all in how he uses it, for good or for bad. This is the strangest secret in the world. So that's the first little part, the first little reading. And I mean, when you listen to it, it's just packed full, of so many good points. The first being the key to success. And as he says that, here's the key to success and the key to failure. We become what we think about. Now read that again. We become what we think about. So I believe this was written, oh my goodness, years ago. I know Earl Nightingale was Bob Proctor's mentor, and I think, this had to be originally written in the 40s, 50s, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly. But it's just as true today as it was back then. It was probably even just as true before that. We become what we think about all day long. And so, in order to, realize an amazing life, or as he said, to understand why our lives might not be where we want them to be, we have to start becoming very clear about what we're thinking about. In other words, we got to start thinking about what we're thinking, and become aware of that, and take the steps necessary to start changing that. And awareness is the first start. So, this is a day where you can wake up and, you can start thinking about what you think about. Start realizing whether or not you have a good or bad attitude, and whether you're, planting the seed of the mind with, positive or negative thoughts. As he says, later on in the little chapter, from the Bible, as we sow, so shall we reap. So at the end of the day, whatever you put in your mind is what you're going to expect, and what you can expect, and what you're going to see in your reality. So, and the other part of this reading that I absolutely loved was the paradox he talked about of how everything that's really worthwhile in life came to us free. Our minds, our souls, our bodies, our hopes, our dreams, our ambitions, our intelligence, our love of family and children and friends and country, right? All of those priceless possessions are free. But the things that cost us money are actually very cheap and can be replaced at any time. And that's the whole paradox, is that, we put so much more value into, the things that we possess, rather than the things that we're born with. And, we'll take care of our car, we'll spend money on maintaining our house, our boat. We'll strive so hard to, purchase these things, and we'll try and, take care of them, and all of those things, spend so much time and resources on them. However, the things that we get for free, that we're born with, our minds, we don't spend the time and the money, and those resources to really nurture it, to really, explore it, and to understand it, and then to train it. And it's the thing that creates our entire life. So the reality of it is start taking a look at your life and just see what you do value. Do you value those things that are easily replaceable? Or do you truly value those things that we were born with? So a couple things you can think about for your day as we get into this Friday, the day before our weekend. For some, the work week comes to an end. To others, it starts. Take a moment and, maybe have some gratitude for the things that you were born with, and be thankful, and start thinking of ways in which you can nurture it. And then secondly, go into this day with those positive attitudes, with those thoughts about help and goodness and love and compassion and empathy, a joy for existence, a love for life, things that elevate your emotions, get your vibration higher so that your actions now are a little bit more in line with your purpose in life. So good morning to all of you. Good night to some of you. Have an amazing Friday, and we'll do this again tomorrow. See you later, guys. Be awesome.